Hi, everybody. All right, welcome to the sneak peek into the life of a coach. My name is Carly Sabev, and I am so excited that you're here with us tonight. We got some great people on this call. We're happy either if you're here with us or watching this replay, but I'm going to introduce myself for a second, explain to you how the call is going to go down, and then you're going to get to hear from some pretty awesome people on our team who would have never, like me, thought that they would become online health and fitness coaches and make this such an impactful, empowering thing in their lives, how it's changed them, so on and so forth. So you're going to hear some really good stuff, and then hopefully we can help answer anything that may be pressing to you or something that you find curious about what we do, something that you find scary, and just go from there. So this is a really casual conversation. Hopefully it helps you, give you some insight into what we do and what we don't do. So I'll start off by first saying that my name is Carly Sabeb. I'm a mom and, just an average 30-something woman who started coaching by accident 4 years ago now, 4 years ago in August. And I found this opportunity when I was actually working in the corporate world. I wasn't extremely happy with my job. Looking back, I was even more unhappy because I was just over the hustle and grind everyday life. The one thing that I was missing was fulfillment because I wasn't getting that in anywhere in my job. I was constantly trying to impress people. I wasn't making nearly what I was worth. And the sad part is that I just felt like there was something missing in my life, even though I was happy about to get married, newly married. Even when I became a mom, there was always just something there that I felt like was missing. I still remember to this day talking to my dad on the phone, saying to him when I was in Atlanta, Georgia, where I lived, "Dad, there's no way I was made to sell batteries and die," because that's what I did for a living. And I liked every part of what I did, but I just knew that there was something more. So you're going to hear a lot about how this kind of falls into your life for a reason. You're here for a reason. And the best part about coaching is that you can sign up in whatever way fits your life at the moment. What a lot of coaches do, they sign up initially for a discount because they like Shakeology. They know that our programs work. They love the accountability portion. So they're just in it to save some money. And that is awesome. We love discount coaches. I started as a discount coach. Then there's also something called hobby coaches. Hobby coaches are people that kind of do this as a little bit of a side hustle. And they basically just help, 3 to 5 people a month and get their Shakeology paid for. Also get that discount. And then there are also people that are called, in our world, business builders. So they literally see this as such an opportunity. You can make a limitless potential of earnings. And they decide that, I need this as my full-time job, my full-time income, which is something that I also did and some people on our team are striving for at the moment. So you can do it in 3 ways, and any way is good with us. We will meet you where you are as coaches, and we will train you and help you to be where you're at. Okay, so, I say the biggest thing that Team Beachbody is all about. We just got off an event today, and I think the biggest things that you're going to learn from this call or even being surrounded by us is that you are going to automatically get motivated when you're surrounded by people on our team or just a trainer within Beachbody. What we stand for is really motivating because it's not something that's normal. You're also going to see the friendships on this call. All of us make fun of each other. We're similar. We've never met each other. We wouldn't have known each other without Beachbody, which is sad. And you'll see that we're almost our friendship is more of a family. You're also going to feel very empowered. That goes along with hand in hand in motivation. But women and men who start with Beachbody are so empowered because they start from a place that's brokenness or really unhealthy, and then they're empowered because they build confidence along the way. And that's where we stood. In the beginning, if you would have asked me if I would have hosted a call like this, I would have said no way. We also have the accountability piece, which is 24/7 virtual. That's not something that you can find everywhere. We have financial freedom, where we know people that are $1 million earners, 6-figure earners, just earn $100 a week, earn $500 a week. That's all based off your diligence and skill. like based off of what we train you, because we don't expect you to just walk in having skills, but you're also going to get just like a positive energy, a real sense of community and team culture, and you are going to develop some serious self-love. A lot of people think that self-love is not a big deal, and it is, because your fitness journey really starts up here. Okay, so the other thing I'll say is, you know, what is a coach? A coach is somebody that you don't have to fit a certain type of mold. You can really be who you are. And I know that's a generic statement, but you can, you know, what is a coach? It's a leader. It's a motivator. It's a regular person. It's nobody special. You know, coaches are students. Coaches are moms. Coaches are military wives. Coaches are people who work full time, stay-at-home moms. And they're the people that aren't afraid to dream for something more out of their life and their family. What a coach is not is a fitness expert. We're going to talk about that. You're not a nutritionist. You're not a personal trainer. You certainly do not have to be at your goal weight. You do not have to be a salesperson or a sales expert. You do not have to be business savvy by any means. A lot of people walk in, they're like, I'm not good at technology. That's cool. Coaches are not perfect, and no coach is the same. So what I wanted to share with you is that one of the things that we hear most often is like, a lot of people are like, great, coaching sounds awesome. They're scared to post on social media. They're scared to be salesy, and they are scared they don't have time. Time is the biggest one. And for that reason, we wanted to focus on that on this call and bring that to you guys. So I'm going to have Jackie Dugan share more about how she had literally zero time in her life to start something like a coaching opportunity or another job, and she made it work for herself. So Jackie, I'm going to pass it over to you, girl.
Hi, and still zero time, but it's okay. Hi guys. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jackie Dugan. I've been a coach for a little over 3 years now. Yeah. And just quickly on my backstory, so I got started in January of 2015 when I was really just at my lowest. I was the heaviest I'd ever been. I was depressed, like living on energy drinks and Coca-Cola and still dragging ass all day and just miserable and uncomfortable in my own body. And it was awful. I had tried every diet, pill, what else did, the smoothie cleanses, everything. And I was one of those people who was doing their typical New Year's resolution. I started with Nutrisystem that year, and I did that for like 2 months, and I did lose some weight. And the second I stopped eating out of my cardboard containers, I put it all back on because I didn't learn a damn thing except for how to eat out of cardboard containers. So long story short, I reached out to one of my girlfriends that I had seen posting on social media, and I started out with 21 Day Fix and Shakeology. Did a couple rounds of that, lost 40 pounds, and I was actually getting married at the end of that year. So I felt the best I had ever felt in years at my wedding. But probably like 2 months into it, I decided that I needed to get the shakes for cheaper, like Carly had mentioned. So I had signed up strictly for the discount. I wasn't doing any of this coaching stuff. Carly probably asked me like 10 times, and I kept telling her no. But then I had kind of gotten to a point where like I liked cheering other people on. I liked being a motivator. I loved the community. And I was like, okay, you know what? Like, sure, why not? If nothing else, maybe I can, get my Shakeology paid for every month, because we had just moved into our first home. Like I said, I was getting married at the end of the year, did not have any extra money, and I sure as hell did not have any extra time because I was working my full-time job. I have a special needs son. And so it was just, I don't know why I said yes, but I did. And thank God I did, because it's the best thing I've ever done for myself. So what I will say about the time piece of it, because now the time management is even harder for me, if I'm being honest. I now have 2 children. I still work that 40-hour-a-week job. And earlier this year, I started teaching clinicals to nursing students part-time, because I'm a glutton for punishment, apparently. But the beauty of this business is that there's no like set hours you have to put in. You, in an ideal world, if you really want to see some movement in your business, we try to say to do at least an hour a day. But any of you that have kids, that's impossible to get an hour to yourself, especially all at once. So what's great is that you can work in pockets of time. So like for me, I like to listen to my personal development in the car on the way to work. During my lunch break, I will talk to people. Maybe once the kids go to bed, then I do some stuff. So you can really fit it into your schedule, and it's really, really flexible. And that's just been a huge asset, because otherwise there's no way I'd still be able to do this. And yeah, I don't want to blab on about it too much, but it's, there's, like Carly said, there's limitless potential with this job, if you want to call it a job. And if I can do it, you can do it. Let's just say that. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's just figuring out how to work it around your life, because you want this to fit into your life, not the other way around where you're trying to work your life around it. Hi. Oh, that's so pretty. But I will say, once I did get started, I was very nervous because I didn't want to come off as one of those icky salespeople. And that's something that you will get training on and learn more about. But I'm going to pass it over to Lindsay and let her talk a little bit more about that.
Hey guys, I am Lindsay. Nice to meet you. See some new faces in here. So for those that don't know me, my name is Lindsay Magno. I have been a coach for about two and a half years now. And I got started kind of similar to Jackie. I had a coach reach out to me probably 3 times, and every single time I ghosted her. I just straight up ignored her. And it was one of those messages in my inbox. 3 years ago, multi-level marketing was really just kind of hitting social media. And so every single person that you saw was posting on social media, and they were posting, try this nail polish, try this face wash, try this whatever. And I feel like at the time, a lot of people got really turned off to it. So when my coach reached out to me, and at the time it was a girl who I didn't really know, I thought was, nope, no way. And so I just completely ignored her like a jerk. But I just was kind of feeling weird about it. But about the 3rd time she reached out to me, I was in a place where I said, you know what? I need to do something. My daughter was 2.5. We'd actually just lost a baby, and I was feeling really, really down. And I knew I needed something for me. I needed something to pick me up. I needed just something positive in my life. So I joined my coach challenge group, and what do I have to lose? And a 21-day fit. I did a 2nd round. I lost 20 pounds in 2 rounds, and I fell in love. I fell absolutely in love with the programs. I fell in love with my Shakeology. I fell in love with this meal plan that became so sustainable in not only my life, but my family's life. My husband dropped 40 pounds just because we changed the way we cooked as a family. And I thought, you know what? If I can do this, then absolutely anybody can have success with these programs. And I'm like, I really want to share this with people, but I'm afraid to coach, and I'm afraid to make that commitment to join this company because I don't want to be that icky salesperson. I don't want to be that person that's posting on social media with a selfie of my Shakeology next to my face saying, bye from me, because I don't want my friends and family to be afraid to take my messages and my texts because they're afraid I'm going to sell them something. And I'm just being honest with you guys. That's something that held me back for a couple months. And I just said, I want to do it. I know that this is amazing. The shake is amazing that we drink. These programs are amazing, but I'm just so scared because I don't want people to avoid me because of it, because they see me coming. But finally I got to a point where I then started another program, and I said, you know what, this stuff is too good to not share with people. So I talked to my coach about it, and I said, is there a way to do this without having to feel like I'm constantly pushing products? And she was like, oh girl, yes, there is. And so she plugged me into our training program. And what I loved so much about it is that I was literally taught step by step on not how to sell, but on how to share my story. And that for me is what coaching has been all about. It's not about selling anything. For me, it's about sharing what has worked for me And I've been able to share what I've become so passionate about, and people see my passion and then they want to join me. And then they want to say, you know, Lindsay, you look great. I love your energy. Wow, you got those results from that program at home? Okay, can I do it with you? And then we get to link arms and we get to do it together. And it's not so much, buy this, I'm going to throw you in this group. You are in the trenches with them. It has been the best form of accountability for me. I've now lost 60 pounds. Feel unreal. I feel absolutely amazing. I had another baby in the process. I loved teaching. I was a teacher before. I don't have to go back to that now. I'm also a military spouse. We're currently in Hawaii, which is why it's so freaking bright right now, because it's the middle of the afternoon. But I get to take this business everywhere we go. Every 1 or 2 years or 3 years, whenever we move, I get to take my passion with me, and I get to do it in a way that works for me. And I just get to share every day. I get to share my workouts. I get to share my meal plan. And I was blown away by how many other people needed this in their life too. But the trainings that we give and the trainings that you get as a new coach are going to teach you how to successfully share not only your progress, but what you're doing on a daily basis. And you are just going to be blown away by how many people you don't even realize in your life this would help. And it's so fun to do it right along with them. And it becomes such a positive community. And I can't say enough good things about it. I just have so much fun with it. And it's been the biggest blessing in my life. And I don't know, I mean, I know where I'd be. I'd be 60 pounds heavier than I was and really unhealthy and not happy with rocking a bikini in Hawaii, let me tell you that. But it's been absolutely amazing. So I would just say that if you are scared of being that salesperson, it's salespeople that are the most unsuccessful. It is people that share their heart that end up succeeding most in this business. So if you've had success with the program and you want to share that, this is right up your alley then. But Carly has a couple more things she's going to talk to us about. So I'm going to pass it over to Carly. But if you guys have any questions about our training program and how it works, let us know and we'll make sure to answer those questions.
Love it. You guys give me the chills. It's awesome. It's really exciting because like Jackie and Lindsay are just like two people that just were kind of sick and tired of the way they looked and felt. And that's exactly how I got started too. I remember I was planning my wedding. I was 20 pounds heavier than I wanted to be. And I was like that girl that was like sitting, eating watermelon, watching the Food Network. And I was like, why am I not skinny? I'm eating healthy food. And I think that's the most valuable thing about coaching. And if you've ever been in a challenge group, that you kind of like learn how to eat. And you're all of a sudden like a role model to people because they're like, why are you losing weight? And you're just drinking water, but you're not eating salads all day, every day. And it's just one of those things where I did something similar to them. And I just kind of wanted to share what I had to offer. That was it. That was it for me. I didn't care about the money. I had money. I was making really good money in my corporate job, but the financial piece became a blessing. So I do want to bring that up. Is anybody on this call interested in learning like how we earn money? Like, would anybody want to know that? Or is that like a weird subject for people? If it feels weird, then good. All right. So I'm actually going to share something with you guys. I wasn't originally going to do this, but I just want to show you the potential of what you can do as a person in this business, because again, what we strive for is to help others and to share our stories and to share the opportunity of like finding something in your life that could fit. Let me just, okay. Share my screen. How do I do that? Oh, there we go. Hello. See, you don't got to be a perfectionist by any means. All right. So one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys, can you guys see this presentation? Okay. So there are a bunch of different ranks that you can earn in Beachbody, and it all starts with U+2, which is something called Emerald. And I just want to show you guys that when I started coaching, my first year, which was April, I was making like about $500 a month. And then 4 years later, as I started adding to my team and working harder or more, a little bit like every single month, I would always strive to help 3 people. And then those people wanted to sign up and help 3 people. So essentially, we do have a network marketing, like it's called network marketing, what we do. And it's basically, it's not a pyramid scheme. Pyramid schemes are actually illegal. If you're not, it doesn't feel icky. It's something that's been around for 100 years. It's literally legit. I would have not sacrificed my corporate job to do this full time when I was pregnant if I didn't think it was real and if it was sustainable and if my husband didn't think it was real or sustainable. So, 3 years later, I was making literally triple what I was making in that right. So these are some of like the earnings that you could earn as a coach, and it is literally sky is the limit. Okay, so if you want to talk more about that, we will. I don't want that to scare anybody, but the other things I want to talk about is just like the people that we're looking for. Like we do want to, the cool thing about coaching is like if you don't like your job, because you sometimes don't like the people you work with, you can actually choose the people you work with. So like you reach out to somebody like a friend or a hustler that you know or a family member and you're like, hey, I started a business, like, would you ever want to do this with me? And it's as simple as that, and it's scary, but it's like we're looking for people that are self-starters, that are dreamers, that are goal-oriented, people that are like team players that are going to help you out like we do. So if I'm sick, I know that Lindsay or Jackie is going to have my back, or Mandy is going to have my back, or somebody on the team is going to be like, I got you. You know, somebody that's kind of like teachable and coachable. We like people that are fun. One of the things that I will say that I didn't really cover a lot on this call is like, I'm sitting here drinking a beer. We are potty mouths. We like to make each other laugh. If you're not having fun at your job, you're not doing something in life right. We like to go out and have fun. We don't just, we try to watch what we eat, of course, when we're like on trips and stuff like that. But that's another thing. While you're working this business, you can actually earn potentially 3 trips a year. And then we have quarterly events where we all get together. So most of the time you're behind a screen because you do everything virtually, which is great because it's a mobile job or you're like a CEO on the go, but it's also so fun to connect. Like since this job, I've been to Indianapolis, I've been to New Orleans, Mexico for a free trip. We have a yearly Success Club trip where the more people you help, the more dollars you earn towards trips. I've been to, where else have I gone? Nashville twice. Next year we're going to the Bahamas on a cruise. And all of that is going to be earned based off of how many people you help. So it's not something that you have to do, but it's a goal you can strive to do. And we like people that are just passionate. People that are passionate about like helping change the world. Because really, once you do something nice and pay it forward to somebody else, that's going to translate into so many other areas of somebody else's life. So we are looking for those type of people. The other thing I wanted to talk about is like how you get started. So I figured since we're not getting a ton of questions, would anybody like to know that part? Or do we have any questions up until this point, like something else that maybe we haven't covered at this time? You can even type it in if you want. And Mandy, if you think of something too, you can let us know. Okay. If not, then I'll just keep going. So the easiest way to get started is something called like a challenge pack. And a challenge pack is literally just Beachbody on demand. So you get all your workouts, you get fitness, nutrition, accountability, which is like you get a coach with that, and that's it. And it really obtains the best results for you as an individual. So the reason why we hook you up that way is, one, it saves you on shipping. 2, it's the lowest cost, because if you were to buy everything individually, you're paying like $115 more than you actually would have to. And you are going to pick a program and do it. When you sign up with a challenge pack, it's typically $40 just to start your own business as a coach. And you pay $15 a month for everything that you need. So if you sign up with the challenge pack, that $40 coach fee is completely waived. From there on out, you pay $15 a month. It's like $15 and some tax. And you get everything you need. You get 4 of your own websites. You get all of your shipping expenses knocked off extremely. You get training access. You get an email address. There is like, you don't have to like ship anything to people. Everything is in this bundled up package for you. Like a typical brick and mortar business, if you wanted to start, costs an average of $5,000. You're getting that for like $15 a month. Plus you get the 25% off all your products and everything else you're doing. So the cost to start something that potentially can help you earn, you know, $100 a week, $200 a week, $500 a month, whatever, is seriously low. It's crazy how cheap it is, to be honest with you. So I don't want that to scare you and look like an expense. It really is an investment.
Yeah, and hey, Carly, can I really quick also interrupt, pop in? I don't know if we have any other military spouses on this call or military veterans, but I did want to let you guys know that military veterans, a spouse of an active duty member, or an active duty member themselves, they actually waive that $15 monthly fee. So just as a heads up, as an example, my husband is active duty, but I am also a veteran. So both of our fees are waived. So that $15 is zero. So just as a heads up, if you have questions about that, let me know. But it's a fun little, like a military discount perk. So I wanted to share that because I know we have a lot of military in our community and on our team.
Jealous. I'm just jealous. Maybe you could just adopt me.
I mean, it's still only $15, which is like nothing to manage all your websites and run your business. But at least, hey, I'll take my $15 back. It's cool.
Exactly. No, it's awesome.
But from the military friends out there, just as a heads up.
Love it. Thank you for chiming in on that too. And a really great place to start if you like don't know what to do. We always say one program that is like super quick, effective, teaches you how to eat. If you've never heard of it before, like the 21-day fix coupled with Shakeology. And we can share more on Shakeology if you're interested, but it's not one of those protein shakes that's just like typical from the market. It's not. It's nothing like that. It is filled with essential nutrients, probiotics. It will save your like shelf and whatever kind of vitamins you're taking. It will also save you money. So 21-day fix is a great place to start. It's a 3-week program. All of us have gotten results from it. Me, my first round, I think I lost 6 pounds and 9 inches overall. And then I did it 2 more times and I eventually lost like over 20 pounds and 21 inches just by starting that. So it works. And it's an awesome program. And it's just a great gateway into anything else. So that's what we recommend people to do. And that's typically how we sign people up to begin with, even if they're not interested in the coaching opportunity, just because it sets them up for starting as a coach discount, or, you know, eventually maybe wanting to help 3 people just to cover the price of their Shakeology. So like Lindsay was talking about, so say you sign up as a coach, and then what do you do? So how do you get started? That's a lot of like, people have some anxiety about that. How do I fit in the time? Like Jackie talked about that. She didn't have time for it. You figure out how much time you want to put in, and that's what you do. And at times it's hard. But if you really want to make it work, we can teach you how to make it work. We have some crazy time management, educational pieces that will help you kind of like fit it in. But we train people through Facebook, but we also have like a new coach university and our own website, which is self-guided. And then we run like coach groups every single day. And my kid has no pants on right now, so that's awesome. But there's basically somebody that's always going to be available to you. You're going to get like, you know, somebody that's going to be like a partner who's going through it with you at the same time. You're going to get tons of support, new friends, and lots of love. So if you've ever been in a challenge group, you get that times 15, which is awesome. Okay, can you watch your shirt while he finishes the call? It's broken. It's not broken. It's awesome. Okay, great. So then another thing is that we try to do is we connect often like this. We connect with team calls, monthly team challenges to keep you on your fitness journey. So like when you start as a coach, you're really just starting your fitness journey and starting to share that with other people, whether it be on social media or over the phone or via email. And then we have events that are quarterly, and then we do like recognition and accountability and all of that. It's all gone. Sorry. The last thing is, so like in the next 24 hours, if anything interests you on this call, like within the next 24 hours, if you could, the person who invited you, follow them up and ask, you know, they're going to ask you, what did you like most about this call? What did you take away? And does Beachbody seem like a fit that could help you like achieve your goals? Maybe there's something else that you just want to do in your life that you've never thought you could do, and maybe it's the segue that can help you into doing that. So the person that invited you here is going to ask you those questions, and then, you know, maybe think about this, write this down or take a picture of it. What could becoming a coach do for me? Maybe it could just help you lose the weight because you need that extra added accountability. I will say this, the one thing that helped me get my results is knowing that I was like, okay, I'm on day one and I'm just going to post this on social media. As scary as it was, I was like, now I have an audience. And if you're not good at sticking to programs, it's the highest form of accountability. That's another reason why people join, not even for the money. But more importantly than that, who can I help? So say you're good at it, or maybe you just want to inspire people because you're feeling less than average or not motivated. And like, what really do you want out of life? This is a scary question to ask, but maybe you look through Instagram or you're constantly comparing your life to others and you think you can never have something because you're stuck where you are and you're living paycheck to paycheck, or you're living less than paycheck to paycheck. Have you ever wanted more than that? Maybe this is your sign, because you can do that with this type of opportunity. You're surrounded by people that are going to elevate you into the goals and the dreams that scare the living shit out of you, but also motivate you and drive you to get there. And I'm sorry, earmuffs. So think about it. You don't have to answer us now. Write it down, take a picture, and just promise us that you'll do that. But that's all I really have on my end. I would love to hear any questions that you guys have, or if I missed something, Jackie or Lindsay or anybody on the call, would you guys like to chime in?
I think you got it, girl.
Awesome. Well, this was fun. I mean, an average Sunday night, it's only like 35 minutes in. We thought we were going to keep you for an hour, but we really didn't. If you guys, I hope you got something from this. And if you didn't, I'm sorry. You're still here with us, so that's good. But really, ask yourself some questions. That's my honest advice. Not a lot of people do that. I remember just asking my mom as a 60-year-old, like, Mom, what was your dream job? And no one had ever asked her that. And she got teary-eyed because she never thought about it and she thought it was too late. It's never too late. Doesn't matter where you are, you can do this job. Today, we were at an event with a 60-year-old trainer who's in better shape than anybody in that room. So there's no wrong place to start something that's healthy and positive in your life. I can tell you that right now. And all of us know that. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. Anybody want to close out with anything? No? Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I see Erin. Who else is on? Feel free to say hi.
Hi.
I don't know. Who is it?
This is Amy.
Hi, Amy. What's up,
Hi.
girl?
Nothing. I couldn't get my app to work, so I signed in kind of late, and I'm like on listening phone. I didn't know if this was a see people thing or a listening thing.
It doesn't matter. Whatever. We didn't care if you wanted to come with our faces or not. Awesome.
Oh my God.
Glad you joined us.
Yeah, me too.
Yay. Good. Okay, ladies. Well, thank you so much for your time and your energy, and we appreciate it. Jackie and Lindsay, you guys rock. Thanks for being so vulnerable and sharing your stories. And if you guys have any questions, let us know. Otherwise, we're going to post this recording, and you can always refer back to it. Think of it at a later time. But in the meantime, if you do decide to sign up as a coach, I'm going to give you a free gift of a tub of Energize if you sign up within the next 24 hours. That is a $60, is it about 55 and a half, something like that? I will give you a free tub of Energize just for signing up, and a cute little love letter. And, you know, we're just welcome you to the team. You will be welcomed with open arms, and we would love to have you. All right. Hope you guys have a great night. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.